Well, it's another windy day here at the farm. As with any other day, it's always windy here. Today I'm going to start the 88 Oldsmobile. I had it running today, but it's tires keep going flat now. I doubt I'll be driving it this year. Well, I'm going to start it up for you guys. Well, there she is in all her glory. Parked up on just a few blocks here. Still a bit damp out here. Actually, the yard is drying up nice with the wind here, but we did get a little rain over the weekend, so I have no cover for this one, so it's been sitting here. Actually, it was sitting over there where the Dakota is for a while. We had to make a little bit of a minor repair here. You might remember that this post came down. Well, not this specific post, but there was a post similar in here, and a 6x6 or an 8x8, and it fell and it nearly hit the Buick. It never did it. It never hit it, thankfully, so it never did any damage. I need to put tires on this car. I'm going to throw on a set of winter tires. They're winter white walls. I had them kicking around the shop for a long time, so I'm going to throw them on this car, and I might drive this one because this car hasn't been on the road. Well, I put 100 clicks on it in 2018, the year I got married, and it never left here. And so we're heading on 2 years where it's been sitting. But in any event, this one here I think is the same fate. As a matter of fact, I don't think I drove it since since the wedding too. So stayed fairly clean too, mind you. You know. Thankfully, there's been no critters walking on it. Lots of cats here, so we never have a problem with mice, which is good. You'd think there'd be lots of field mice with a farm, right? But there's about 20 or 30 dozen cats here, and they all... actually, one of them had kittens there, I guess, last week, too. You can hear them meowing, so... But yeah, I miss driving it. This thing has full line pressure on the transmission for some reason, and it slams through the gears quite hard, so that was another reason I stopped driving it. And the valve stem leaks here on this one, as you can tell with the soapy bubbles. So, actually it looks like it's kind of got a bit of a bulge in it already, and it's only been sitting here for a half hour. That's a real pain. Sucks. And the 78, I drove this last fall, but I think the carburetor's dirty in it. I'm going to have to try and do a refresh to the carb. You know, basic. They're easy. Rochester carburetors are so easy. Like, they're simple. So I might do a tune-up to it. And I might end up upgrading the headlamp system. There's maybe, seeing as how everybody's getting those aftermarket LEDs put in to blind the hell out of everybody. I'm really tempted on doing the same thing too, man, because it's getting sickening. But anyway, so I'm going to start this up for you, so I'll let it run. Let's see if I can find the keys here. Maybe I didn't even lock it. Nope, let's open it. There's an interstate battery in it. Funny thing is the battery actually held charge. So, I'm going to start it up. Ding, ding, ding. Just like so. So, current mileage on the clock, 207,143.1 kilometers. Whatever that is in miles, you guys can figure that out on your own. So that's in metric. All these cars are in metric. There's part of that stump that was actually at the bottom of that post that fell out. Totally rotten, right? So, Oldsmobile. Yeah, anyhow, I mean, might drive this later in the year. I don't know. With that COVID crap that's going on, it's hard to say what the economy will be like. I open up my shop, so I mean, I kind of have work, but not a tremendous amount either. Used to be an underhood light in here. I guess the bulb burned out. I don't know. It used to work. Actually that bulb looks kind of black. I guess the bulb went. But in any event, you know, not much else to say about it. I mean, just another car that's just sat and sat and sat. I actually drove this quite a lot in 2018, but last year it sat here and never moved. So I don't know what it'll do this year. Maybe it'll never move this year either. It's hard to say. I might pull it out one day in maybe June or July when the weather is actually better, and maybe give it a wash and wax. Find a cover for this. 2.8 liter. Great running engine. I never had any problems with it. No air conditioning. I think the compressor bearings and the clutch are gone or whatever. Or the clutch itself is totally bad. So I never did anything with it. There's no air. And I don't know if I'll get that fixed or not this year or not. I don't know. There's only so much you can do in a summer, right? So many vehicles that I own, it's kind of overwhelming when you try and do a bunch of repairs, and I just paid a lot of money to have my cube truck put on the road, and so trying to sell the residence where I am now, so I needed my cube truck. Beautiful windy day here today. Oh well, in any event, she's a good running car, just the transmission is kind of giving me a little bit of grief. So who's to say what I'll do with it? You know, it stayed clean. I mean, you know, absolutely fantastic car. Everything's in beautiful shape, like the seats are not wore or nothing. I never smoked in it. I don't think anybody else has. So I gotta quit again. Headliner's still in great shape. Power windows and all that work, except the one on the far end. Might do that someday. Nothing wrong with the seat here. I just have a towel over top of it just to keep it clean. Threw that on there a long time ago. Power seat. All that works. I keep it all the way to the back, of course, for my long legs. So, but yeah. Not much fuel in it anymore. I think it was at 3/4 of a tank or half a tank, but probably evaporated and probably idled it a lot of the way too, I guess. So, yeah. Oh well, great running machine. I just don't know what I'll ever do with it. See, I'll try and throw it in reverse here, and you guys can hear how loud the tranny shifts. It's hard. See, it's just instant. It's right there, and it just slams, and it shakes the whole dash. So something's not right, and it'll get worse too as it warms up. So like it's just. Oh. I don't know. Either that or the transmission's done. I never know. It could be on its way out. I don't remember what type of tranny is in these. A 4L65 or something. I don't remember. My mechanic told me once, and I don't really remember what he told me. So, but yeah, got all that stuff. I mean, it is a Braun. I wish it had digital dash. My 86 had digital dash, but this one doesn't. So if I ever find one of these with digital dash, I'm definitely going to try and obtain one. But sometimes you got to just take what you can get. But anyway, that's it for today. 1986 Oldsmobile Cutlass Ciera. She needs a good bath. As soon as the weather cooperates and the rain starts to go away, it seems like we're getting May showers instead of April showers now. So as soon as that happens and the weather gets better and it's not so much wind, I'll haul them all out. I think I'm going to get tires put on this for sure, because this one here at the back is totally done. And they're even getting weather checked now too. They're done. They've been on the car for too long. These ones are also weather checked, which is a crying shame because there's tons of tread on them, you know. But they were always weathered, and you know, sitting doesn't help. I mean, look at the tread here. You know, it's sad because I mean, they're in good shape, but they're old. They're old tires, so they're not really good anymore. So at least if I can fix the valve stem leak and maybe get them to hold air, maybe I'll just try and drive it with those on there. The car doesn't shake or anything like that either, not that I can recall. So maybe I'll try and just use them for now, just so I can not pay $800 for a new set of rubber tires that are just going to sit and sit and sit. And this one here, I mean, not much has been going on with it either. It's dirty as well. 78 Buick. You know. But you know, these cheap car covers I got, they held up alright. You know, but they're starting to wear. Like, I mean, this one here is just like, you know, but it keeps the sun off them, it keeps the dust off them. So it's a good spot for these vehicles. Is right here under this carport. So you know, underneath is all good. Muffler, all good. Not much needed to be done. Of course, all these are always all faded and busted. Might eBay one of those, find a new one of them. But yeah, no, I really miss driving this. I like the mid-size Sierras. You know, a lot of people hated them. They are a choppy ride. Even the Cutlass Supreme with the G-body, the frame in it. I mean, it's rough, but it's got a small wheelbase, right? So I mean, it's to be expected. You know, so it's just the way it is, you know. But like I say, fantastic starting machine. Like, you know, nothing to it. You know, fires right up. When I first started it over on the other end of the yard there, it did it fired, but then it stalled immediately. But you know, I just let the fuel pump kick in again and turned it over, gave it a little bit of throttle, and it fired right up. I mean, but it's to be expected. Like, the car hasn't accumulated any mileage whatsoever since 2018. I might have put on a kilometer just taking it up and down the driveway. Give her a little rev action here, so. Hey, listen to it. That's a healthy V6. You know. I'm gonna shut it off because I can hear the fuel pump whining, and I remember with these vehicles, if you can hear it whining, it's usually running low on fuel. It's starving itself. So, but in any event, who knows? Maybe I'll put it on the road later in the season. Maybe I'll put this one on the road in the fall. No air conditioning. I might put it on the road in September and just do what I did with the 78. Just put it on the road in September and just drive it until freeze up, basically, until the snow starts to fly. Actually, I think I parked it earlier than that, but anyway. So, anyway. Well, that's it for today, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying your quarantine. I hope you guys aren't doing anything foolish. So anyway, we'll leave it at that. 1988 Oldsmobile Cutlass Ciera. I almost said 86. I wish I still had my 86, but in any event, we'll leave it at that for today. Don't party too hard. We'll see you here probably next week sometime. Enjoy yourselves.